Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment of our program is brought to you by Safety Systems. Hey, when you go out of town, would you like to be able to hit a button on your smartphone and literally watch what's going on in your house or around your house? What about having the ability to turn lights on and off from afar using your phone? Safety Systems can set that kind of system up for you. It's part of their incredible safety systems, for lack of a better word. They do outstanding work in audio-visual needs in terms of home theaters, man caves, and that kind of thing, but also it's right in their name. Their safety and security systems are, bar none, the best in town. You need to get in touch with them. Safety Systems. And over at the Safety Systems drawing board right now, we have Chuck Cavaleris. We have already cheated. We knew that somebody was going to put Josh Dobbs up there as the most important player, so he's already up at number one. The rest of us in the panel have to have one different guy. We're going to name the 6 most important Vols for 2015. Russell, you're our new guest. We want to start with you. I'll give you the easiest one. So who you got?
I'm going to go ahead, and this is a pretty easy and obvious choice too, but Jalen Hurd, the sophomore running back, I think has got to have a big year. Tennessee's got to get better running the football. They've got to become more physical. They've got to be able to get that 1 yard on 3rd and 1 when everybody in the stadium knows they're going to run it. They've got to be able to line up and do it anyway. I think that's part of the appeal of bringing in Mike DeBoer as the offensive coordinator, is to get more physical. But Hurd has got to have a big year, and he's got to stay healthy.
There you go.
And that's not a very deep position running back for Tennessee, so
yeah.
I'm going to go with Hurd.
Yeah, to me, the big question for Jalen Hurd is, can he keep those shoulders healthy? Mm-hmm. Who wants next? Chuck, Mike, Josh? Who's fighting?
I'll go ahead and jump up here. I think one of the real keys, especially when you're looking at this defense, is Cam Sutton. I think he may be the best player on your whole football team, so I'll go ahead and put him here as number 3.
I agree. Difference maker, game changer. That's a guy that really needs to live up to the hype too, and he has so far. He's gotten better every year, and they're going to need him to make some plays in that defense. Josh, Mike, who's next? Who's jumping?
Josh.
I will take Kyler Kerberson, and I say that because he represents an offensive line that a year ago was in a dreadful spot, probably the worst in the SEC, and now really needs to take a step forward, needs to be at least partially responsible for keeping Josh Dobbs and Jalen Hurd healthy. That's really important. So Kyler Kerberson there, he's played a number of positions on the offensive line. That line will still be a big question mark heading into this season.
Very good. We're going to just send Chuck a media guide, so he'll be able to spell. I think it's E-B-Y-R.
Kirby, son.
Okay,
yeah,
whatever.
Kirby,
it's
son.
close.
Whatever.
That could be a
Take that, kid. Whatever. All right.
You don't know how to spell his name, but no, everybody.
All right. What do you got, Mike?
I can't believe I'm sitting here at number 5 and Derek Barnett is still on the board.
Okay.
He made such an impact last year as a true freshman, jazzing up that defensive line, putting pressure on, and really the second half of the year. So he needs to do that again as a sophomore, even though he's going to get more attention. So he can be such a disruptive force.
All right, very good. I will throw out. I'll throw a couple out here that you've already covered. One, I was going to say Matt Crowder.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You've represented the offensive line already, but I was going to say Matt Crowder because even everybody credits Josh Dobbs for the change last year. When Crowder went out against Missouri and Vanderbilt, the offense went back to looking like it did earlier in the season, whether Dobbs was back there or not. Matt Crowder was a key, but since you've already mentioned offensive line, I'll go in a different direction. I'll throw out Dylan Bates, just as an example. They need someone, and even though you're now in a world where you usually only have 2 linebackers on the field at a time, and you've got this hybrid safety linebacker that most people use, even though you've only got 2 out there, you're going to need somebody that can help to fill the void left by A.J. Johnson tackling up the middle. We know that Reeves-Maben is outstanding. Will there be another guy ready to step up? And I think a lot of people are hoping that's Dylan Bates. So I'll put him as one of the most important guys on the team. So that leaves us with Dobbs, Hurd, Sutton, Kerberson, or Kyberson, Barnett, Bates. And I think you could throw in Kamara as well. Mm-hmm. Kamara. Mm-hmm. You say Kamara, I say Kamara. I think those guys are right. Anybody have any issues? Anybody else you want to throw out there?
I tell you what, this is going to be important, and we don't. I can't even give you a name, and that's the punter, because Tennessee punted almost as much as anybody in the nation last year, and Matt Dart's gone.
So whoever wins the punting battle.
And John,
Yes.
if you have Josh Dobbs at number 1, who's he going to be throwing it to? We had you had so many injuries at wide receivers last year. You got to have somebody stay healthy and step up there.
Yeah, and today in our overtime segment that we do online, I think folks are going to be interested in this. I think that receiving core will come up. The topic in our overtime segment today will be which players have the most to prove going into 2015. I think the wide receivers will be on that list. We'll put that online a little later today. When we come back, the smoky gray uniforms, we'll discuss that because players love them, fans either love them or hate them. They're polarizing. There's not a lot of middle ground for them. We'll discuss the smoky grays and Nike's many inspirations for that gray when we come back on the Sports Source.
Follow the Sports Source online at sportsource.tv and on Twitter at SportsSourceTV.